Greetings, Sonic fans, I'm OCDsaster, and this is OCDsaster Blue, my Sonic exclusive channel where everything we do here is Sonic related. So if that sounds like something your speed, consider subscribing and checking out some other videos after this one. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Sonic Movie 4, an upcoming movie in 2027 that I'm very excited to see what they do with it. We haven't seen a lot of leaks, at least valid leaks that have come from the major trades, but we have gotten some new news today, and that is they have confirmed drone footage filming for Sonic Movie 4 over Bora Bora, Tahiti. This is very exciting, and I'll go into why in a few minutes, but I wanted to rewind and just talk about Sonic Movie 4 a little bit in a more vague and broader scope, because there are a lot of things we know that are going to happen in this movie, but then there's also a lot of things that we're uncertain of, and a lot of air quote leakers and stuff are just kind of throwing stuff on a wall and seeing what will stick. We unfortunately live in a day and age where that is just the case. If you are following anyone on Twitter that is like a movie news person, or like they have sources, they get paid to have engagement. So some of them still are very valid and like will make sure that their sources are correct. Sometimes the sources aren't correct, which makes the person that's leaking it kind of invalid, which is fine. That happens from time to time. But then you have the bad actors, the people that just want to get paid from Twitter engagements, so they just literally just spam and throw anything out there saying they got it from a source, and because of educated guessing and just coincidences, and because of all the things that they're throwing out statistically, they're going to be right once or twice. So you just have to be very careful with these sort of things. Based off the post-credit scene of Sonic Movie 3, which I absolutely loved, by the way, it's peak, you see Amy Rose and also Metal Sonic. And that kind of just confirms that Sonic Movie 4 is going to deal with Amy Rose and Metal Sonic. But so many people have already begun to speculate that this is going to be an adaptation of the game Sonic CD, which involves time travel, and Amy's actually from the future to warn Sonic and Co. of an impending doom in which Dr. Eggman is ruling with Metal Sonic at his side. And the Dr. Eggman portion is based off of concept art that was shown off that was going to be for Sonic Movie 3 before they pivoted to the Shadow the Hedgehog storyline. And it shows a Jim Carrey Dr. Eggman in a dystopian future with Metal Sonic at his side. So it makes sense that some people are latching onto this theory. However, it has not been fully confirmed to my knowledge by a valid source, and we kinda have to take it with a grain of salt. Now, sometimes what movie productions will do is they'll take concept art from previous movies and incorporate them into a sequel if they didn't use it, but sometimes they scrap it all together. So we're not 100% sure that Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman is coming back even to Sonic Movie 4. We know he's possibly out there somewhere because we don't actually see him die. I mean, it's also a kid's movie, so they're not really going to show Dr. Eggman dying, but we really just don't know whether or not he's going to be involved as much with the plot. And we don't know for a fact if Amy's from the future. We have to wait and see. Now, I'm not a loyalist. I'm fine if they loosely adapt Sonic CD. I just kind of hope that if Amy is from the future by chance, that they don't hinder the possibility of Silver being added into the Sonic movie franchise, because I think he has a bad rep and deserves more love and attention, and his whole gimmick is being from the future. Well, not gimmick, but his whole arc is being from the future, Iblis Trigger, and I just feel like if Amy takes that spot, then Silver's likelihood of getting in is going to be lower and lower, but he has such a unique power set that would be so different from the rest of the cast. It would be kind of a, misstep not to have him included. Going back though, we haven't been seeing many leaks regarding the filming and production side of Sonic Movie 4 until now, where there was drone footage recorded over Bahi Bahi. Bahi Bahi? What the heck is that? I made that up. Bora Bora is what I meant to say. Okay, wow. That's a little bit embarrassing. So what does this mean? Well, this is very exciting for me personally because I am a huge fan of beach levels in Sonic games. I just think they're done very well. Ocean Wave aside, unless you play one of the mods that makes Sonic 06 playable, I've just always liked beach levels in Sonic games, from Emerald Coast to, well, yeah, Emerald Coast is just So Fun, that's the one I'm thinking of. There are other beach levels you can play in like Sonic Advance and stuff like that. It's not just one type of level. I just love the aesthetic of it, the sand, the music. You can just get kind of creative with the set pieces and the assets, especially in the video games. The movie, well, we don't know for a fact that they're going to be doing something similar to that. We know that there was a beach scene in Sonic Movie 2, but that was more so just for a wedding, and Sonic and Tails just kind of like portal in from, like, I believe it was the snow. They were supposed to reference Ice Cap from Sonic Adventure. So it seems like they're sprinkling, you know, different Sonic games and references into each of these movies. And it would be amazing if we see, you know, Sonic running from a great white whale, like in Sonic Adventure DX. And I think it would be a great set piece. It would be very cool, and it would really just spark that nostalgia in people's brains, and they'll go, "Ooh, I remember that," you know. The beach doesn't actually really mean anything. It could just be a set piece. It could just be where Sonic and his friends are visiting. It could be where people are vacationing. We aren't 100% certain right now, but the way it looks with the cabanas and stuff like that, it does look very inspired from the Emerald Coast kind of levels in Sonic. I just think this is very exciting because it means that they're finally getting set shots for the movie. They're actually going to location and filming certain things. So I wouldn't be surprised if by, you know, 4 more months from now we start seeing behind the scenes shots of, you know, the statues, the reference statues that they have for Sonic in them when they're out in public filming and shooting, because this movie is coming out in 2027, which means production has begun, or at least pre-production has begun. So we are gearing up, and I couldn't be more excited. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that these photos, these drone shots mean anything? Do you think we're getting a Emerald Coast, you know, Wave Ocean sort of like reference or set piece in Sonic Movie 4, or do you think it's just some one-off thing where it'll be a vacation spot or something like that? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below, but I'd also like to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on what you think the plot for Sonic Movie 4 is going to be. Do you think Amy's going to be from the future? Do you think Dr. Robotnik or Eggman will be returning? I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts, opinions, and theories down below. With that being said, I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a super Sonic rest of your day. See ya.